In a world often defined by competition and conflict, the concept of a win-win situation stands as a beacon of collaboration and mutual growth. Today, we delve into the art of win-win, an approach that transforms relationships by focusing on mutual gains and understanding. This strategy is not only applicable in business negotiations, but also in personal relationships, diplomacy, and everyday interactions. Imagine a negotiation where both parties leave the table feeling satisfied, each achieving their objectives without the other feeling compromised. This is the essence of a win-win outcome. But how is this harmonious balance struck? The foundation of win-win lies in the understanding that not all competitions need winners and losers. Instead, it proposes the idea of shared success. At its core, the win-win philosophy urges us to shift our mindset from scarcity to abundance. It's an acknowledgement that resources, whether tangible or intangible, are not always limited. This shift requires us to listen actively, understand the perspectives of others, and look for creative solutions that fulfill the needs of all involved. For instance, in business, attaining a win-win agreement involves transparent communication and a willingness to look beyond one's immediate interests to recognize and appreciate the other party's goals. This not only builds trust, but also fosters long-term partnerships and loyalty. The principles of win-win are also fundamental in personal relationships. Consider a disagreement between friends or family members. Instead of focusing on who is right or wrong, win-win encourages finding a resolution that respects both parties' viewpoints, needs, and feelings. This approach nurtures empathy and respect, strengthening the bond rather than letting it fray with each conflict. In international diplomacy, win-win strategies have guided treaties and agreements by emphasizing shared benefits. Such approaches highlight the notion of interdependence among nations, focusing on cooperation rather than isolation. By crafting agreements that recognize mutual interests, countries can work towards lasting peace and prosperity. However, embracing win-win solutions requires a significant step out of our comfort zones. It calls for patience, empathy, and an open mind. It involves learning to disagree gracefully and cultivating the competence to transform disputes into discussions and conflicts into collaborations. This paradigm shift can often break down when faced with a mindset deeply entrenched in win-lose thinking. The belief that for someone to gain, another must equally lose. Overcoming such barriers demands an intentional effort towards personal growth and maturity. A key aspect of implementing a win-win approach is understanding the differing interests and priorities of all parties. Effective negotiation looks beyond positions, what people say they want, to delve into the underlying interests, why they want it. This requires asking the right questions and shifting focus from positions to interests, paving the way to identify compatible goals. Moreover, creativity plays a crucial role in crafting win-win solutions. Often, the optimal outcome isn't immediately apparent. By brainstorming and encouraging free thinking, parties involved can uncover innovative pathways that lead to mutually satisfying results. This process transforms problem-solving into an art, where possibilities are molded and reshaped to fit the unique contours of each situation. In conclusion, the art of win-win is a transformative force, redefining relationships by promoting mutual gains. It drives us to collaborate rather than compete, to understand rather than argue, and to succeed as one rather than at the expense of another. As we incorporate these principles into our lives, we not only enhance our relationships, but also contribute to a more harmonious and interconnected world. Remember, in the dance of life, a path towards mutual growth isn't merely about reaching the destination. It's about taking each step with integrity, empathy, and shared purpose.